Hey friends, it's Monday and I'm doing another Mommy Monday Q&A. I'm so excited. I love these videos. They make me so happy. I don't even know why. I just love talking with you guys. Like if anything, that's what I love doing, just talking with you guys. So the very first question would be from Taper Jean Girl Casey Jane. You're so good traveling with Liam on planes. Would you ever consider a long flight such as the UK to meet UK fans? Love you. Love you too. You are so amazing. Like I see you commenting all the time. And first of all, you guys are not fans. You guys are my subscriber friends. And you guys are just simply my friends. Like if you ask any of my friends who do YouTube or anyone, what I call you guys, I've never called you guys a fan because I don't see you guys as a fan. I see you guys as my friends. Some I actually met in person through meetups, and then some are just, I just see you guys commenting, but I feel a connection. Like, I feel like we're friends. Is that weird? Well, I hope it's not because that's how I feel. Okay, I went on a tangent about that, but as far as traveling to the UK, that would be a dream, you guys, an absolute dream. But Liam, okay, I know a lot of people do it all over the world. They travel everywhere. But knowing my Liam and knowing how hyper he is, I don't feel that would be a good decision at the moment. I probably would wait a little longer to do a really long trip like that with him. We've traveled like all over. We went to Maui with him when he was little. LA a lot because my family lives there, but it's only an hour away because we're in Northern California. Minnesota, Florida, where else? Oh, we went to New York with him, which was probably the longest flight, but I think that's as long as we can do with him for now. Oh yeah, and then Arizona and Seattle, but like those were all really short trips, you know what I mean? Camille Sunita asks, when was your hardest year with Justin? Dating, marriage, with Liam, etc., and why? Oh my gosh, you guys. So my marriage or my whole relationship with Justin, we've been together for 9 years and married for 5 years as of August 7th. And I feel, okay, you guys are going to think I'm really weird, but I feel like Justin is so, I wouldn't say perfect because ain't nobody perfect, you know what I mean? But he is so good to me and so amazing and so romantic. Like what he did for me when I turned 30 was just, it just shows me no matter how long you're with someone, they still show you how much they love you and surprise you in so many ways. Like I'll link the birthday surprise he did for me. Like it was incredible. Like we went to a winery. Oh, it was incredible. But as far as the hardest part of us being together was probably the first year Liam was born. Maybe not, yeah, pretty much, yes. You know why? Because whenever Justin and I would want to have a conversation, Liam, he didn't seem to like it, and I felt like we were so lost, so sleep deprived, and so we couldn't really communicate as much, and we like were in dire need of date nights. But at the time I was too scared to ask family to watch Liam because I didn't want to bother them. I didn't want to be a burden on anyone, so I never asked for help. And that's one thing I realized I should have done early on, because couples need to connect and to communicate and to talk. And the thing is, like, a lot of people don't see the busyness behind a YouTuber's life, but there's just so much going on with having this channel, a vlog channel that we were doing daily at the time, and a cooking channel, and then Justin has a new business. Life got really crazy the first year Liam was born, especially like just not being able to communicate. I think that was a problem. I think we missed each other. That's what the thing was. Like we needed to talk more. And now our marriage is amazing. It's fantastic. We've gone through so much this year as far as like heartache, like especially with my miscarriage, like that. Well, to me that was like so hard, but he was always supportive, always loving, always caring, and I just feel so blessed to have him. Like he is incredible. But I would definitely say the first year of Liam's birth was really hard because it's a new adjustment and we don't get to communicate as much. So that's to sum it all up. Mary Leuven, if you could teach Liam one thing in the world, what would it be? I think it would be to be kind to others. I don't like, here's the thing. Every parent is different, but I don't want to push a lot of things on him. But one thing I want to push and have him have as a quality is to be kind to others. Being kind to others is a important human trait, I feel. And another thing to go along with it is having patience, because I notice, well, even like now, he's 2, of course, he has no patience for anything, but I want him to have the patience to figure out something that he's struggling with, for instance, a puzzle or a toy piece, because he's having those issues where he gets so frustrated he like throws it, and I'm like, Liam, it's okay, don't give up, let's try again, you know? So that's one thing that I think he can transfer on his whole life: kindness and patience. I need that too sometimes. Mia MC, do you have any hilarious memories that has happened with Liam? If so, what were so we were at the park the other day, and Liam was in the sandbox, and he got sand all over himself, and for some reason this little boy does not like getting dirty anymore. I mean, he does at the moment, but once he like realizes like, oh, I don't like the way it feels on me, like, it's so weird because I always encourage him to get dirty and messy because I feel like that's the process of learning, but for him, he's like, don't like it right now. Like, one time he got sand in his pants and he was ready to pull his pants down, and he was legit doing it, and I'm like, Liam, what are we doing here? We have friends here. Like, there were other kids in the playground. It was funny. Like, I don't know why, it makes me smile just remembering. He is hilarious. That's what I love about kids. Like, they don't know that what they're doing, like, they shouldn't be getting naked, or, you know what I mean? Okay. Simply Este, how do you cope with knowing that your baby is growing up fast? Not a mom yet, but that scares me. It was just yesterday when I was my mom's baby, and now I'm thinking of my own family. I don't want to miss anything. When Liam was very young and he was growing so quickly, like, you know, like before they turn 1, they change so often and so quickly. I personally had a hard time with him growing. Like, I just wanted him to stay 3 months old. Like, I just wanted him to be this tiny chunky butt, and it was hard for me. Like, whenever there was a milestone, I would get emotional because I was proud of him, but at the same time, because I didn't want this moment to end. Ooh, I don't even want to cry. I don't even know why I'm about to cry. Like, being a parent, like, you just want to cherish every single moment, and like, it was so hard for me. So like, I'm not the best example for that because I truly had a hard time. I just wanted him. There's this song, I forgot by who, but he says something, I want you to stay small, stay small. You guys don't even know this song probably because I'm not singing it right. But now that Liam is 2, it's all in the way that you think. So if you want to just stay stuck in your ways of thinking, it doesn't do you any good. Like, for me, like, I decided I'm not gonna be that mom who's like, oh, I wish you were still a tiny little baby, because now he's 2, we have conversations, and I cherish that. And if he didn't grow up, if he didn't develop, I would not have had those amazing experiences with him now, or him walking, or him eating and trying new things and telling me what he did today, or telling me what his highlight of the day is. So now I changed the way I think, and I think a lot has to do with the books that I listen to. As far as self-help, I'm always all about like growing as a person, and since starting YouTube and now, I feel like I've grown so much as a person, and I still have so much more to go, but it's a learning process. Growing as a person, you never stop growing. Of course you do if you don't ever try, but I try very hard to be a better person for my family, for Liam, and these books, I'm telling you, like, I think it's called The Happiness Advantage is what I'm listening to right now, and I heard about it through Nur. She's also a fellow YouTuber, and she's a very positive YouTuber, and I love her, so I highly recommend her channel, you guys. Beatniks asks, if you could give your younger self before Liam only one piece of mommy advice, what would it be and why? Thank you so much, April. I hope you can answer this question. Lots of love. Lots of love to you too. I think the advice that I would give myself is to not listen to everyone, like, especially when I was pregnant. I was so gullible. Like, everything anyone told me, like freaked me the F out, man. Like the stuff they were telling me, like, oh, don't eat this is bad for the baby, don't do this is bad for the baby, you're pregnant, you're not allowed to do this and that. Like, no, like it was hard. Like I couldn't keep up with all the information. So what I would say to you and to my old self before Liam is, I know what is right. I know that I can do the research and find out what is right for my body, what is right for growing Liam. And you know what? Everything turned out great. He was healthy, 8.3 pounds. So what I would say is just take some of the parenting and pregnancy advice with a grain of salt, because at that time, everyone has an opinion, but you know in your gut what is right. Like I feel like the moment you're pregnant, your maternal instincts kick in, and you know that you want to do the best for your kid. You know that you're not going to be drinking while pregnant. You know not to eat raw sushi while pregnant. Those are like some basic things, but like everything else is just too much information that people provide you and give you, and it's just too much that you just have to take it all with a grain of salt. Sanaya Rahimi 23. Do you think having a baby when you did was the best age? If you could redo your life, would you perhaps have a child earlier or later? Thanks. I feel like having Liam at 29 was the best age for me to have him, because I got to experience a lot of stuff because I had him in my late 20s, my late 20s. I got to do a lot of traveling, which is what Justin and I wanted to do. We got to travel a lot before we had Liam. And the cool thing is we still travel a heck of a lot with him. But I feel like the age that we decided to was perfect. It was. I wouldn't do it any earlier or later, because if I did, I probably wouldn't have Liam. Laura Baby Bob, do you want to have more kids in the future, and can I get a shout out? And also, can you do a DIY with your family? I love you. Please put this in your video. Yes, girl, you were in the video, so shout out to you. And yes, Justin and I definitely want more kids. We shall see what life will have for us, but the older I get, the more I want more kids. I know. But I would love 2 or 3. Baldo fam, I am a mom of 4. Wanted to know, how long does it take for you to do your makeup routine? Honestly, I do my makeup fast. Like, I don't know if you guys watch that Get Ready With Me with my best friend D. I was talking in the video, so it took me 20 minutes, but I can legit do my makeup in 5 minutes. I'm fast. But I like to take my time because that's my me time. But I seriously am really fast. I don't like the makeup that I'm wearing right now. It's a lot, and I'm really oily because my skin has been changing lately. But this takes longer. This takes 20 minutes or so. But because of the eyes and stuff. But regularly I don't wear eyeshadow, or I usually just do one swipe. I'm not blending spectacular up in here. So it's usually just a simple face or no makeup at all, so it takes me no time. Julia Jacoba, how did you find hope during your miscarriage? I think this topic is important to talk about, since this happens to a lot of families and not all knows how to deal with it. Lots of love to you and your family. Well, I didn't know how to deal with it either. I went through so much when I had miscarried, and I still do sometimes. For example, on Mother's Day, I got really sad because I remembered oh, I am a mother to Liam, but I could have been a mother to 2. I could have been pregnant still, so I feel with a miscarriage, no matter how early, it affects everyone in a different way, and I felt so much loss, and I still do, and I still hurt, and sometimes I can't talk about it without crying. So it's still a difficult thing, but to me, having hope is everything. I have hope that the future will be bright. I have hope that maybe one day I'll get pregnant again. Being positive, and also listening to books that help you have a positive mindset really helps me. And also, honestly, having a support group, really amazing family, friends who you can talk with, they make a world of difference with how you live your life and how you think. And I'm just really grateful for my best friend D because aside from family members, I also have her, and she is family to me now too. And just having her in my life has drastically like made my life so much happier. Like having a truly good friend in your life makes a world of difference. It really does. So I think that's what gives me hope, is having positive people who always remind me that I have a blessed life even if I lost the child, you know. And I know some can disagree and say that I didn't have a child, that it was so early on in my pregnancy. But to me, like, a life is a life no matter how early of a stage it is. I know it's very controversial and people can say all they want about it, but I feel a loss. But I also have hope, like you mentioned, and I truly feel one day I will be able to be a mother to another child or more, and I really hope that is the case. And I'm gonna keep on trying. Tanita009, I'm potty training my 26-month-old son. I'm close to insanity. What is your number one tip on potty training? Oh my gosh, girl, I feel you. Like, oh my gosh, like, so Justin and I decided to do the 3-day whole potty training guide that we got from one of Liam's teachers, and we did it like a couple days before he turned 2, and he legit got it the second day, but he had like 18 accidents the first day, and then throughout the weeks he started regressing and pooping on himself quite a lot. And I was like, what on earth is going on with this regression? But what happened was we were traveling every now and then, and that messed up his routine. And when you do that, you know, it messes up their potty training process, I learned. So what helps the most is I tried a bunch of stuff. Like, I tried being more firm with him, like, we do not go poopy anywhere else but the potty, Liam. That's where we go potty. You know, like I was more firm in that way, and I noticed that didn't seem to work with him. So you kind of just have to know your kid and know their personality. So instead, whenever he would have accidents, I would look at him and I would say, it's okay, Liam, we all make mistakes. And that worked, man, because the moment, like, I was like, it's okay, Liam, we all make mistakes, he was like, yes, it's okay, mommy. Like, he would say that to me, and I'm like, yes, it's okay, sweetheart, we'll try again. And I feel like the moment we started saying that, he felt good about himself and he wanted to try. And I felt like what really worked is him feeling good about himself. It's one thing for the parents to feel proud, but when they are proud of themselves, like, I did it! I went poopy in the potty! That's when it happens and they feel like that sense of pride that they did it. And that's when Liam got hardcore potty trained and like really got it down. And I will do a whole video on it. It will probably be a 30-minute video, but it might help some parents, so I really plan to do that. But I gotta write notes because there was so many steps to it all. Met8421, has anyone ever assumed that Justin isn't Liam's biological father? If so, how do you guys handle it? This happens to my husband and I a lot with our biracial son. We're looking for tips on handling it gracefully. You know, when Liam was born, we did get some comments about how Liam looked so Asian, he couldn't look mixed with white, you know, stuff like that. But in person, no one has ever said that. I do think that Liam looks more like me, but no one has ever confronted us or said anything except for like comments, and I'm not even gonna take that to heart because that is just cray because Liam is Justin's son, you know what I mean? Like, I did not go messing around like that. No, like, what? So to me, it's just funny. Maybe just laugh it off and be like, crazy, what you talking about? Like, I didn't do nothing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people just love to mess with other people, and it's like, why? Okay, here's the thing. Why does it matter to them? Why do they even have to ask that question? You can handle it in any way that you like. You can laugh it off and be like, you crazy, you're so silly, like, what are you talking about? Like, you know, or you could just not be affected by that. Like, it doesn't have to bother you. You get to pick what bothers you and what doesn't. See, it's that book, you guys, that book I've been listening to. It's been so incredibly helpful. Like, you get to decide what bothers you and what doesn't. So maybe one day, like, think to yourself, like, oh, that doesn't affect my life. Them thinking anything doesn't affect my life. So why should I even be bothered by it? Because you know the truth. You know the fact. Monica EK, do you miss being single? This question is funny. Oh my gosh, I've been with Justin for like over 9 years, and no, I do not miss being single. I was not that type of person who like wanted to date around, but I guess that might not be the question. Like, do I miss having so much alone time? Heck to the yes! I love alone time. But as far as being single, no, because I feel like Justin is my soulmate and I love everything about him. Even when he snores in bed. Okay, maybe not that part. But I love him so much that my life is complete with him. I feel very grateful that I don't have to date or anything like that because I'm so awkward. Can you imagine me like, oh heck to the no, nobody want to date this? No, they'd be like, no thank you girl, no. Shoot, and I'm thankful just to be like, yes girl. The gentry balance. Have you ever suffered from any type of depression? Yes, recently actually, but it finally went away. I went through post-weaning depression. I didn't even know that was a thing, but it lasted for, if I can remember, it was like 3 months, and it was really tough. I went to the doctor. I even cried to the doctor, like, help me. I don't know what's wrong with me. This is not who I am. Like, I don't know why I feel sad. Like, it was so unlike me to feel this way that I went to the doctor to try to get help. And then my doctor told me to go see a therapist, but there wasn't an appointment for like a month. So before that month happened, before I even got to see a therapist, one day I woke up and I felt completely normal, back to my chipper self. So it was all hormonal. Like, hormones really mess you up, man. But after the whole post-weaning depression, I came out of it very grateful for life, and for like being grateful for the small things again, because when you're depressed you can't help it. Like it made me more aware of mental health, and it made me more aware of the fact that sometimes I like to be busy all the time. It made me appreciate not being busy all the time. Like, I've slowed down in so many ways, and I really do like that. And you know, I feel like I have these goals, and I'm not going to accomplish these goals that I have because I'm slowing down a little bit, but I feel like me slowing down has made me a happier person, so that's what matters the most. Success is nice, you know, but to me, I feel like happiness is even better. And sometimes people connect success to happiness, but that's not the case for me. To me, happiness is just pure... I can't describe it because I'm not even telling you exactly what I was talking about to begin with, but you know what I mean? Like, sometimes you don't have to do well to be happy. Like, for example, my channels, they're not doing the best as far as views, but I've never been happier because I just am doing things that I enjoy doing. And back in the day, I would be like, oh my god, my YouTube life is over. But you know what? If it is, it's meant to be. But I'm going to keep trying to do the best I can to stay on YouTube, you know what I mean? But that's all I meant. Like, you know, like, not feeling so much pressure. Anyhow, friends, I talk forever and ever and ever. I hope you enjoyed this video. I love you, friends. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy Mommy Mondays, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!